What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? What is up? What is up? Going live for y'all here. Gonna get my cigar out. I haven't done a live. Let me know if you can hear me good. I think I got this other mic, and I think it might be better for lives than the regular MacBook mic. But y'all let me know in the chat if you can hear me pretty good. I got some guys doing construction on a house. They've been remodeling this house. Feels like for forever, but it's probably been like 6 months. And we got outdoor noises right here. So I hope you guys are good. Who we got on the chat right now? Who's with us? Who's with us? I'm going to light up this stick, as you all know, my daily driver. Craig, I was not at Oscars, but I do like Oscars. I used to live next to Oscars downtown, little Mexican shop, man. They make some really good breakfast tacos. I used to live. What's up, Matt? Long time. What's up, my man? Hey, man, I appreciate the follow, dude. West Virginia in the house. what was the guy driving? Or you just saw? Did the guy just look like me? David Moore, what's up, brother? Today we are smoking Jaime Garcia, my daily driver. A very how do you say? This is a pretty heavy stick. I would not recommend a new cigar smoker to smoke this. I guarantee you, man, when I first started smoking cigars, if I smoked something that looked like this, a Maduro wrapper, and it wasn't a lighter Connecticut, I would get a headache. And it's probably because I was dehydrated or something, but more than likely, oh, look, I cannot do that right now. Oh. More than likely, though, it was just because I was a rookie. Oscars is the best, dude. In the dentist waiting on the kids to get checked, gotta look like you. Yeah, man. Yeah, I really do like them. They're a really good stick. They're kind of economical, right? Honestly they're an underpriced choice. My father, who makes these, as you can see, my father, they make a lot of great cigars that I really love. And I used to smoke a lot of the Judges. They have a line called the Judge, and I used to smoke a lot of those. I've smoked pretty much their whole lineup, but this I just keep coming back to it because it's easy, it's economical, I like the stick, man. I buy about 2 boxes a month ish, and that's kind of my allotment for that. Every now and then we have a great month, I'll go out there and buy me a box of Padrones. My goal for next year, though, is to make Padrones 1926 my daily driver. That's what I want. So that's the goal. That's a goal to shoot for. But I hope you guys are good, man. I wanted to do a live today because leads are cranking back up. What's up, Reggie? What's up, David? Leads are cranking back up, and I know going through summertime for some of you guys can be kind of challenging. Leads do kind of dry up midsummer, like July, late July, August. It starts getting a little bleak. Even into September this year, it was kind of bleak. But now we're starting to get regular leads. We're starting to get some really big, like post-construction leads. We got this big school. I think it's probably, man, the school's got to be 100,000 square feet, but it's a Catholic school. It's new, and they want us to clean pretty much everything. So that's really cool. TPO roof. That's going to be going down. I think we priced it at like $56K. So it looks like a portion of that's going to be coming through. Maybe we don't do all the line items, but we're going to be doing a good stack of them. So that's good. Yeah. And so residential stuff coming through. How are you guys doing? Everything good on your end? Good. No answer. No, no news is good news. Well, that's good, David. Where are you starting in Florida? That's awesome, man. Florida is a great market to get started in. You get to the trial by fire, which is great because Florida has year-round availability to clean because of the climate. But it also, that comes with more competition. If you're willing to stick and stay, this is something that I've learned. Okay. You can never think that you're just going to make a quick lick on anything. All right. Some people believe this. They believe that there's a chance to go out and make a quick lick, make a quick 100K. I will tell you, in no business is there a quick 100K unless you're dealing cocaine, which I don't recommend. All right. And even that at that level takes years of learning the market. I don't suggest you do it, but it takes years of learning the market. Those are not small time guys who are making that kind of money in the drug game, right? They've been doing it for years. They know how to navigate, how to get away from the cop, how to never even come in contact with the cops, right? They know a lot. So it's years and years and years, even in that game. Okay. So you have to understand, man, this whole thought process, I hate it because people want the magic pill. They do. Everybody does. Lose 20 pounds, eat this pill, right? Don't go to the gym, eat the foods you love, right? Y'all have seen the ads. Eat all the butter, all the pizza, all the stuff. It's just, that's not maintainable. While some of those things can be true, if you starve yourself and you only eat once a day, which is fine. I do that a lot of times. I'll eat one time a day, one big meal a day because I'm working so much that I'll just, towards the end of the day, I'll go have a giant meal and it'll kind of settle me down and then I'll wind my day down. And a lot of times for me, eating is just, it's almost an inconvenience. It's too much time. And my girlfriend was here for 6 months till about July, and she's the most amazing homemaker ever. And she was cooking all that food. That's why you saw AP blow up a little bit. See, I had to dial her back. I had to rein her back on that. Now she was cooking sourdough bread, dude, and she has the starter and she knows how to do the starter. You have a starter for sourdough bread. It's basically a live culture, right? And you got to feed it. It's like leaven is what they call it. It's like a bacteria. And there's starters that are, hundreds and hundreds of years old that have been passed down and passed down and passed down. It's amazing. Sourdough bread's pretty crazy. I don't know. Like, she's into it, so I've been kind of gleaning the process. And it's, she's still into it. She's baking it right now. We're at her house. But she was feeding me all that time, man. You just have to dial it back. Just come on back, like, cooking all this food. I know the strategy. I know what she's doing, trying to fatten me up. I know, but I had to put a stop to that. But here's the thing. It's all in the discipline, right? It's all in the ability to have that conversation and say, look, I know you love cooking for me, but if you put it out here, I'm going to eat it. And that's a problem because I'm going to become giant. And I don't want to become giant. You don't want me to become giant. So let's get together on this. Let's have a honest, upfront conversation. So what is that, man? Like, years ago when I was going through my divorce, man, one thing I learned is that, like, I will never not have a clear, concise conversation regardless of the outcome. Meaning, I do not fear the outcome of a truthful conversation. Say, construction, right? A lot of guys fear the outcome of the conversation because they're worried about losing their girl. They're worried about losing the business. They're worried about losing something. And you live in this land of lack. And the last time I looked, God never spoke in lack terms. The first thing to ever speak in scarcity was the devil, the serpent, right? So you got to watch this. Think about this, man. Think about how many people around you, maybe even you, like we all fall prey to this, allow words like that to leave your mouth. You allow words like, well, it's this, well, it's like this. And I cannot stand that talk, that Oliver Anthony talk, man. I can't stand it, dude. It's just impoverished. And it's nasty and it gets on you. And you got to worry about this because it will actually embed itself and you'll start thinking that way because you're around those people. And so I shut it down. I'm almost kind of an asshole if it's around me because I have to cut it off because I don't want it through osmosis getting into me. All right. Because I love the people I'm around and I want to be around these people. But sometimes, like family members, stuff like that, you got to shut that down and say, nah, we're talking up. We're talking abundance. We're talking prosperity. We're talking going to the next level. We're talking about leveling up our life, leveling up our income, leveling up our zip codes, leveling up our education. We're talking about up, the upward swing. We're going up. We're not going down. But if you notice, most humans, man, we have a tendency to constantly find a way to go down. We have always back to homeostasis, right? We had a guy in our email recently, man. He's like, oh, the business is crushing, I'm going to kill myself, all this stuff. And it's like, all right, well, I don't urge you to do that. But, normally people who say they're going to do that don't do that. So the reason the business is sucking on his behalf and in his life is because I can bet, I'd be willing to bet $100 cash right now that he's never knocked a door. Never knocked a door. And if he did knock a door, I'd be willing to bet another $100 cash that he didn't knock it for more than a day. Okay. So with success in business, right? And it doesn't matter where you are. Okay. Your business can be flourishing, dude. Skunk Washworks, you already know it's on the map. All right. A lot of the stuff I have going on doesn't come through the channel. Okay. Knocked and left a gospel track. Cody Yarbrough in the chat. And you know what happens if you knock and leave a gospel track. They're just going to throw it away. See? They're just going to take that and throw it in a ditch. So, won't knock a door, right? Won't knock for more than 2 days. Eventually, at the end of the day, guys, you have to be willing to say, I will do this until. And you say, until what? And the answer is until. Until. Because it's this or what? What else is it? Is it going back to the job you hate? Is it going back to the old grind and rock? Yeah, man, look. Hey, the serpent comes and talks to you and he says, look, man, dude, they got benefits over here, bro. Like, dude, you ain't got to worry about all this. Look, just come back, man. Come back. Look, I know it's 50 hours a week. I know you'll miss a few ball games. Hey, look, but they got benefits. What if you get hurt on the job and you don't have any benefits? Think about it, man. It's that easy, man. The road back to the life you hate is a 4-lane highway. It's a 4-lane highway, dude. The road to the life you want is with a machete. you get to chop through the woods. You don't even really know which direction you're going. You kind of got a general idea. But if you ever, I went to Canada recently. My girl's from Canada. And I don't know if you've ever seen that much forest. There's a lot of damn forest. See, you could start with a machete and just start chopping, and you would never stop chopping for 100 years. So you got to have a general idea of where you're going. You know the end goal. You know an income you're wanting to make. And I would hope, please do this for me first, and then for you if you don't have the belief in yourself yet. Do it for me. Write down a goal that's double. Okay? Write down a goal that's double financially. What you think you can do. What do you think you can do? And be real with yourself, because a lot of people won't, but you're watching me through this and we can't talk. And I can't press you because you're not sitting here. But I want you to get an idea. Everybody has an idea what they think they could take home. A lot of guys say, you know what, man, if I could just make, here's the common one. If I could just replace my income at my job, that would be nice. Okay. Well, I can show you how to do that. Like, I can show you. I could show you, I promise, unless you were like plastic surgeon to the stars, for the majority of people who watch my channel, I can absolutely show you how to replace whatever income you were making. Okay. Some of the plastic surgeon to the stars probably makes multiple millions of dollars take home net, and you're not going to make that in pressure washing. But you can make 100,000. You can make 200,000 take home net. You can. You absolutely can. And for the majority of the people, right? For the majority of the people, that's fine. And that's good. Dude, that's a great life. Think about that. In most of your small towns, most people don't make that kind of money. And if you're willing to be a little bit ingenuitive, you're willing to push through this tough time, you're willing to watch, heck, man, if you need to watch my lives, dude, come back and watch the live. Like, I've been in the fight. I've been in not only the pressure wash fight, I've had to build a pressure washing business and a business centered around that world, because now I do other things, right? I've had to build this business while being attacked from the side in marriage court, right? For 5-6 years, dude, just getting attacked, writing checks to nowhere, air and attorneys. Okay. So I've been through beyond living under a bridge, which I was close to it. Now, I mean, I'll tell you one thing. I'll be honest with you. I ain't never going to live under a bridge. Close to it financially, but AP, I'm going to tell you, I know me and my level of grit is just too damn high. I will live on the street knocking doors before that ever happens to me, ever. And that's how I implemented it. So you have to implement this idea of until. How long are we going to do this, guys, in the chat? How long are we going to try this business to see if it works? The answer is until it works. Because I've learned something through my 5-6 years of doing this. And this was kind of my phoenix, right? I was in music for years. Don't Google me. I was in music for years. I toured with a lot of my heroes, a lot of country music heroes that I've looked up to. Okay. And I had to mourn the dream. I had to mourn the dream, meaning the dream was dying because I couldn't afford to keep it up. And I honestly hated touring. I loved doing the rest of it. But I had to end that dream, and I had to start something else. And that gap was literal hell for me. Why? Because in country music, I was becoming a somebody. I was becoming a somebody, a small somebody, but I was becoming a somebody. And I had the plan laid out. And all of that in one fatal swoop was dashed. I didn't know that it was going to be ripped from me. I thought I had a little more. I thought I could finagle it and figure it out while I was cleaning windows. I thought I was I would be able to at one point in time. But about 6 months into cleaning windows and starting my pressure washing business, I quickly found out that that dream is gone. And honestly, that's hard, but it's a good thing. So if you're going through something like that right now, I promise you, please just listen to me. Okay? Just buckle up, put your head down, absorb every piece of knowledge that you can, and make a decision that you're going to do this until. Now, you don't have to be a pressure washer forever. That's something that's very interesting. See, I never planned on being a pressure washer forever. I planned on taking pressure washing and leveraging it into other opportunities. But because the only reason you can do that is because the margins are very high. Okay. You can't really do that with lawn care. It takes a long time to do that. All right. It's a long time at 20, 30% margins. You know, pressure washing has much higher margins. So a guy can go out and he can build a business that grosses 200. You know, he takes home 100 and then he lives on 40 and he has 60 to invest. You see, that's the math. I need you to start thinking this way. If you're in a tough time right now, I'm speaking to those guys. That's my story. So that's what I'm good at. I'm good at digging people out of the shit because I've dug out of it. All right. And that's what I'm good at. If you're like, hey, I wanna have 16 trucks and I'm probably not your guy. Like, I don't ever want to be that guy. Not interested. Not interested in that crowd. I don't hang out with that crowd. If you got 16 trucks pressure washing, I'm not coming to your event. I don't like to talk about it. I'm interested. I have other businesses now. See, and pressure washing the lean and mean way has funded those things. So that's what I need you to. That's an option. See, some people think that maybe the only option is to build this thing as big as you can. Well, I'll tell you, add a third truck. Okay, add a third truck and see if your income doesn't go down. Take home, I promise you, your income will go down. Why? Insurance, personnel, workman's comp, go down the list. Truck insurance, maintenance. Okay. What else? Bandwidth, storage. Now you have to have a location. You can't store 3 trucks at your house effectively unless you have property. All right. So understand that. That's something that is key. This is part of the lean and mean mindset. All right. I'm dealing with limited space. How do I maximize my income with limited space? Right. Limited ability for output. So I got to get my tickets up. I got to get high ticket. I got to become the boutique guy. That's my goal. Cody Yarbrough says Napoleon was told by his generals at the eve of a big battle that they were 20,000 troops short of what they needed to win. Napoleon's response was, put me down for 20K. I'm worth that every day. I love that. See, that's one thing. People give Napoleon a lot of shit. They always talk about his exile. They always talk about how short he was. A million jokes. But one reason that Napoleon is in the history books forever, okay, forever. He made one crucial misstep with Metternich in Austria, which he thought he was going to be able to marry into an allied situation. Well, that's not really the case with them. That didn't work with their culture. So he didn't get an ally, and the Russian winter had its way with him and with pretty much everyone else that tried to take on Russia. Russia just has to basically wait you till about September. They've already shipped in all the fur for their people, and y'all are just going to freeze. Like that, they know. You're not used to that shit. So here we go. Relight here, man. 25 years, been training, studying hard. Dude, keep going, bro. My brother's in the Coast Guard, Pierce, and he owns soft washers. And he's out of the Coast Guard now, but he was in the Coast Guard. He has a Ford truck business right now down in South Alabama, pressure washing. And pressure washing's in the family, cuz. Justin says Napoleon was solid, but we got Joe. Yeah, I know, man. That's unfortunate. David Moore says they don't know if it's a lack mentality, but he's turning 63 and not sure if he's too old. You're never too old, man, as long as you're able. As long as you're able. And if you have any ability of delegation, you can run this and have somebody work for you. Okay. Delegation is something that I don't excel at. All right. I don't excel at delegation. My family's never excelled at delegation. And the only way, eventually it always will catch up to you, because the way to build big business is learning how to delegate and learning how to get responsibilities off of your plate, okay, onto other people's plates, so you can free yourself up to do other things that are more important than the rote task, right? And I do have assistants. I have assistants who do a lot of different things for me, but I've never been great at delegation. And so I said, okay, what's the capacity for a guy who's not great at delegation financially? What if you just don't like working with people? Like, I really only like working with like heavy hitters. It's just true. I don't do well with an employee telling me that he was late to work multiple times for some bullshit. I can't deal. I'll just fire him. Like, you know what I mean? It's the daily fires and the daily drama. I just rather not. Okay. I'd rather avoid all of that. And that's helped me and probably hurt me in certain ways. But one thing about this, guys, is that you have to learn out who you are. Stop wishing you were somebody else. Can you get better at certain things? Yes. But if you're going to be this way, you're going to be lean and mean, one thing you must get great at is your marketing. One thing you got to get great at. And that's why I always talk about it. That's why I give you guys the foundations all the time. All right? Is because as a lean and mean guy, you don't have a choice to be bad at marketing. Okay? You have to be really good, because you can't be the one out there always knocking doors. We have to set up systems that the leads come to us. SEO, great website, right? Email, all of the things that we teach. The point is to not be out sweating, knocking doors, passing out flyers. It's okay to start there. It's not okay to be there in year 2. All right? So learn a lot of this stuff. Spend the late hours, burn the midnight oil, learning how to market your business, learning where the people are that you want to speak to. All right? Spend that time. This is a great skill. This is probably the most powerful skill you'll ever learn, is learning how to get people to believe in you and your product as pressure washing, to buy from you multiple times. Okay? How do we do that? That should be the question that you ask. How do I do that? That's what I want. Some of you may not even think that's possible. I'm telling you this. All right? Happy Wednesday. It is. All of this stuff is possible. It's very, very possible. It's not only possible, it's happening all the time. If you're not in the inner circle, go get in there. We got some crazy stories in there. Guys who are just like you, dude. Just like me. Marco Hilby, dude, he hits me up like every week or so. This dude has a crazy story. Marco was actually arrested years ago for something he doesn't like to talk about, but it's part of the story. So it's amazing. Dude, like, actually escaped from the cops. It's amazing. Like, I was like, dude, you got the ball sack on you, bro. He's like, yeah, dude, I crawled through the ceiling. I was like, what? Dude crawled through the ceiling. He goes, yeah, I dropped down. Nobody was in the hall and I ran. I was like, now he's turned his life around. He's found God, right? And he listened to what we were talking about. And the dude's in the inner circle. Dude is he just hit 100K this year. So right before December, hit 100K in his business. He just implements. Marco's one of those guys who just implements. I'm going to tell you, I'm so proud of this dude. I'm so proud of how he just takes info. There's no excuses, no what ifs. Marco just goes and does that shit. So think of this. What do most people do, though? They hear the information, and then there's a gap. All right? Information, gap, implementation. And the gap could be a nanosecond. It could be a whole second. It could be a week. It could be a month. The gap. The gap allows the serpent to come in. See? Serpent comes and talks in the ear in the little gap. So you get the info. You get the inspiration. You watch me on a live, right? Talking about this and the possibilities because it's all real. It's all real. And then as soon as I'm done talking, this is the wild thing. As soon as I'm done talking, that serpent comes out of the tree and goes, yeah, but you too old, cuz. You too old, man. How you going to... But didn't... Bringing up old shit. Bringing up the old you. Bringing up the you left behind. Well, bringing up your history. Bringing up your lack of self-esteem. Come on, keep going. What will break Justin Little? What will break MAGA country dad right here? What will break Hoffpower? See, the serpent story is not universal story. He doesn't tell this universal story. He knows. Here's what's wild. He knows exactly your story. He knows exactly what's going to get you. That's the crazy thing. It's a catered message. So then the serpent talks to me is a different story. It's a different line than when he talks to you. But you have to hear the serpent because the serpent is the source of scarcity. It's the only source. So think of this. Anytime you hear scarcity, you hear, well, I don't know if we can make it happen. I don't know. Yeah. Leads are not good. You ain't been knocking shit, but your leads are drying up, right? Yeah, but you can't knock all day. You can't knock all day. What? You just gonna knock at night? Are you gonna call them on Sunday? Don't you know that's the Lord's day? You can't follow up on Sunday. They'll be mad. Any of it. Bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's all thought drama, serpent thought drama. It's all horseshit, man. And so you got to approach it this way. I get angry about it because we all have it. We all have that. Appreciate it, Eve. Appreciate it, Adam. Appreciate it. Thanks. But without that whole situation, we wouldn't be here. So odd little conundrum there. You know, you have to think of it like this. Any scarcity, if your wife is speaking scarcity, gently check her. Okay? Because do not allow scarcity in your environment. Would you welcome the serpent into your home? Come on, man. Of course you wouldn't. So, what is the serpent? Scarcity speaking. Because that's all he did. It. That's all he did. Talk. You know what he did? Question mark. That's it. He added a question mark to the agenda. So what do? Here's how you combat it. You allow there to be no question mark. No question. Where are we going? We're going to the top of that mountain. How are we going to get there? I don't know, but we're going to go. And you take the first step. Guys like Marco Hilby, guys like Hoffpower, these guys, TCs, what's up, bro? They take the first step. All of us hear the message. No one is without that. And we've been kind of cursed or given that, right? You're always going to hear the question mark. The key is, though, now is you're aware that it's bullshit. You're aware that any type of speaking that is not abundance is bullshit. Because there's not a scarcity of money. There's money everywhere. There's a scarcity of skill and knowledge to acquire it. Now, I could go into a whole diatribe of the agenda to keep you away from that knowledge, all right? It's reserved for a certain group of people, all right? It was reserved. So what do? You got to go get that knowledge. And what are you going to, some of it's going to be free. A lot of it is at the library, probably about 50% of it. The other 50, though, you're going to have to pay to get it. You're going to have to pay to be in the right circles, pay to be around the right people, pay an expert consultant to teach you. Truly. You should think about this in terms. This is how I think about it. Last month, I invested $10,000 in a course. I'm going to let that sit on you. Don't let that sit. Now, what that course is going to give me, though, and who it's introduced me to, is worth millions of dollars. Because it was a financial principle that I had only heard whispers of in the upper echelons of the clubs that I hang out in. Okay? It was never talked about in the poor bumpkin country, Alabama. Okay? The financial principle. I need to learn it. So what are you going to do? Oh, I know. Here's the idea. Let's go Amazon 3 or 4 books that you're not going to read. First off, why would the guy write it all in the book? He wouldn't. He has another tier. The book is entry level because it's $9, right? It's supposed to be entry level. It's not supposed to have everything. See? Understand that. That's a hack. It's a cheat code. It's a cheat code to know that it's not going to be free. So if everyone wants to get the free, everyone wants the free, you get away from the free. This is how Cody and I operate. We talk about it. We don't want a deal. We're not interested in being like gouged, right? But we don't want the 25% off deal. We don't want the 10% off deal anywhere. I don't want it at Best Buy. I had REI send me like, here's 65 free dollars and 30% off. Well, I looked through their magazine and they got like little rainbows and shit all in it. Little he, hims, she, hers. I took all that shit, threw it in the trash. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm not giving you any of my money. I don't give a damn about the deal. See, I'm not funding your agenda. I'm not interested. Not interested. No matter. And I like their stuff. That's the problem. I like their stuff. They make some good stuff. They're one of like the only really good designated camping stores. Not going to shop there no more. It's going to be a problem. I don't know where I'm going to find shit. I'm going to have to search. I'm probably going to have to go direct to manufacturer. Can't go to REI because they're trying to bait me. They're baiting me with Cody, give me the line. We talk about this line all the time. Yeah, hath God said not to eat of the tree. Serpent's tactics are to slightly tweak the truth to manipulate the individual. Not 100% falsehood, just a slight half truth. And that's why they work. Understand this, okay? If the serpent spoke to you, and look, I'm not a preacher, man. Don't want to be, don't claim to be, but I am a believer. And being a believer, I can speak how I want to. See? So I've had guys be like, leave the preaching to the preachers. Well, let me tell you how y'all failed at that. First, you don't want me to go down that road, right? Boy, I'm here trying to liberate these boys, man. Because y'all don't want to get me in some Proverbs now. Proverbs 13:22. I got it right here. A good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children. Let that sit on you. How does that weight sit? For not only do I got to leave an inheritance to Jet, but his kids. Or I'm not good. Good man leaveth an inheritance. Now, you can interpret the good part however you want, and I'm sure a lot of churches would say, well, you could still be good. Well, I don't know. King James Version says, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children. Why don't you just take, here's a question, why don't you just take what the man said and go kick ass? That's my question. Why don't you just say, that's my job? So I must now acquire the skills and the value to the marketplace to be able to leave an inheritance to my children's children. Bro, I'm not there yet. Have you seen housing prices in Nashville? I'm not there. And I'm reminded every day that I'm not there. But I'm also reminded every day that I'm not there by investing in myself to learn how to get there. All right? I know, guys, some of this stuff it's hard to part ways with scarcity mentality. And I don't really think you can ever get it all out of you. Cody and I have talked about this too. I don't know if you guys know, but Cody has close to a PhD in biblical theology. Like he's pretty close. Literally. Like he's going to school for it and all this stuff. And when it comes to school, I've been around a lot of shit like gender studies and all that stuff. I don't usually put much weight on school, but when it comes to having to study the word so much, there's just certain things that you glean and you learn a whole new environment. And I'm not that versed. I would like to be somewhere close to that. I'm not going to devote all the time to that like a theologian. I'm just not, to be honest with you. But I would like to be better at that. Because I noticed that everything that has happened in my life that is good has come from biblical principles. Everything that has happened that is unfortunate to some people, it was a lesson, right? I learned that I probably shouldn't pray for wisdom. Because I used to pray for wisdom, man. And boy, did God give me a trial. He said, all right, bet. And he forged me. All right. He forged me for 5 years in learning. Okay. Yeah, I came out the other side. I came out with a grit. I came out gritting my teeth. Yeah, I'm a little rough around the edges. I'm a lot more, I don't know, probably the word now is maybe crotchety. That's probably what you would call it. But I'm effective. I am effective. Okay. I've had some of my most brilliant ideas on the back end of those trials of making it out. And you know what a lot of men do when they go through those trials? My dad used to tell me. Okay. My dad used to tell me this. He goes, Aaron, people in your situation, what they're trying to do right now to you, they're trying to go make you become an alcoholic, which would never happen. And they're trying to make you kill yourself. because that's what a lot of men do in this situation. When they're accused of things they never did in front of a courtroom and can't see their kids, right? When that for years, man, to the point where I was peeking out my shades, bro. Y'all didn't see this. I told a little stories about it on the channel, but I never like dove into it, and I never will. It's not part of pressure washing, but I'm just telling you. People are following me around, dude. Private investigator, just all bullshit. But people either spiral up or they spiral down. And I'm going to tell you, man, I don't know where you are right now. Everybody's got something going on. I know. But you have the choice to spiral up or you spiral down. It's not going to beat me. Dude, I'm telling you, you can knock me down 8 times. It's in my blood. I will get up 9 times. It doesn't matter. But I constantly, throughout that process, getting up the 9th time, I'm fortifying. It's much harder to knock me down the 10th time. See? Much harder. I learned about offshore accounts, offshore trusts, offshore LLCs. Start learning how to protect you, your assets, and your life. What am I have to do? Pay money to learn that shit. All the time. Okay? This originally was going to be about the leads are coming in. And I hope you guys' leads have genuinely upped. Like, I hope y'all are going into this time of year. If you haven't, join. If you want to start doing Christmas lights, join the Christmas light boot camp we have going on. Glenn Jernigan will do like $200K this year. He's teaching the boot camp. It's going to be amazing. Join it. Get up in there. Invest in yourself. It's like no money. Okay? It's literally no money. Like everything that we charge, we think about what we charge as far as courses. $300, $200, $300, $400. Kind of like a house wash, man. It's almost embarrassing how cheap it is. And then you talk about a pressure washing rig. Think about like Cody's rigs, right? The top of the line. $25,000. Like say you get it all decked out with all the shit. $25,000, right? Like the decked out one. You can probably get a regular one right now. I think he's got one on the lot, a Gen 2 Illumimax for like 17 because they're doing pre-Black Friday. If you want to get one, call them for like 16, 17, 18K. Big deal. A lot of money off. But here's the thing, guys. That the school we're about to do coming up, the Catholic school, is a $54,000 bid. Think of the opportunity. Can you imagine? Why is the equipment so cheap? Why? If one job has that capability to deliver that revenue, there is not another business. There's not another business that has that ability. That is a service industry business. I promise you. You cannot go buy a $15,000 Skag or, Toro, whatever mower. I don't know mowers anymore. $15,000. The first lawn you're going to mow? $50. And you got to hustle to get that one. The first house wash you're going to do is probably $400, $500. You'll get it up to $600, $700, figure out how to upsell and do all that stuff, right? You start doing commercial accounts. Mike Turman's doing $120,000 apartment complexes with a $25,000 skid. I am amazed. Guys, let that sit on you. The possibility, the ROI. It hits me hard, man. I'm like, damn. And you know how many people we see who just, Aaron, do you think one reason so many quit so fast in this industry is because the job is satisfying fast, getting the job done, but running the business is the opposite, long and mentally draining? Well, yeah, I think genuinely, man, if you come from where we come from, dude, like South Alabama, I mean, my dad's owned an auto shop for over 40 years now. I've worked in that auto shop every summer. I'm an oddly good mechanic. A lot of y'all don't know that, but I'm oddly good. I don't give off those vibes, but I'm pedigreed, so I kind of know. Daddy's obviously he's way better than me, no question. Dude is just unbelievable. But I think people quit so fast is because they think that they're going to make a quick lick. They think quick licks are possible. Like they're going to knock down six figures in the first month or first 2 months. I don't know what they're thinking, because this is not a message I've ever put out. Is the possibility to make these things true, right? Yes, to make this money. Possibility to do a Ben Wilson and make, 2-3K a day when the dude works. Dude will make 4K in a day by himself. That's not unheard of for Ben. Like a lot of the videos y'all see with Ben and me, how many videos have I made with him? A lot. A lot of those are big, big jobs that are paying that kind of money. I think it's the lack of self-esteem, the inability to get the serpent away from themselves. You see? The inability to get the serpent out of their home. And the serpent meaning those question marks, that voice. You'll hear it. You'll hear it. One way to hear it is when you drive past a nasty commercial complex today. You'll drive past a nasty patio. And you don't know why you don't turn in. You see? Why didn't you turn in and ask them, can I clean this, man? We're a professional pressure washing company. Can I give you a price on it? The serpent. He said, they already have somebody doing it probably, or it's going in the slow time of year. Or think of any, I don't have equipment big enough for that. And I don't have a hot water unit, when we all know Dynamite Degreaser works with cold water amazingly for that stuff. Like, think of any line that's catered to you and where you are. And that's the bullshit he's going to pump out. It's just your own copy, your own persuasive copy he regurgitates back to you. Brings up your own shit. And there's a little element of truth. Well, going into the slow season, they're probably kind of going into the slow season. But how do you know? See, if you ain't been in it long enough, patios for restaurants right now are the best time to do them because people aren't sitting outside as much. And that's when they want to clean them. So your rookiness mixed with your low self-esteem keeps costing you. We can fight, okay? We can fight the rookiness through education, through like just constantly figuring this thing out, right? Investing in yourself, learning. Heck, dude, come to the inner circle, right? But the serpent, he keeps talking. And everybody's got it, dude. Some dude's got, hey, you go to the gym, bro, and you with your girl, right? You got a girlfriend, right? You go to the gym and there's this banging chick, dude, and she's all into you. There he is again. She's smiling at you and shit. There he is again. Whatever your thing is, that's how he shows up. See? I already know he's bullshit. I already know. I still hear him. But he don't like the smell of this smoke trying to come on my shoulder, blow it in his eyes. He don't like that shit. Go on now. Any type of scarcity speaking, guys, this week. Get it out of your, keep a tally. Say, damn, dude. Because it's more than you think. It's more than you think. David, look up Pressure Washing Inner Circle on YouTube. I can't put a link here, man. It'll have a link to it there. It's with me, Mike, Cody, and Justin. All right. We have about probably about 400 guys, gals in there. It's a great group. Fast Eddie. People around here crying about $250 house washes. Listen, I promise you, you will get better. I promise you, it's just you're just currently attracting the wrong customer. That you'll get better at this. But I want you to hold fast because $250 is even cheap. Okay, I don't know where you're at, but if the houses are 400K and up in Nashville, that doesn't mean shit. 400K is a trap house, but certain areas, okay, that's a really nice house, right? Like they would buy my house at my lot. Okay, they wouldn't call it a house. They say, I want to buy your lot here in Nashville for $800K. And they would bulldoze it. That's what Nashville's about, dude. I'm going to get out of this city as soon as I can. And that's why I'm still here, because I'm not gonna live in the city. I don't want nothing to do with the city. City's turned into just a crazed festival of music industry bullshit, and it's just too many flags flying around here, bro, that are not my flags, bro. To each his own. But I want to tell you, 250 is kind of cheap for anywhere. And so you'll get better. What you need to find in Arizona is you probably got not a lot of algae, you probably got a lot of dirt and dust, and you definitely probably have some iron leaching, some red clay staining on concrete, fertilizer staining on concrete, rust on concrete. That's a specialty, and you can charge high ticket for that. People really want that removed. And so I would look into that in your area. Yeah, dude, I'm the only one. I think it's me and another guy on my street who fly our flag. I got my neighbors here, which I do like them. I was gonna get me a Gadsden flag on the other side, but sometimes it's strategic to not completely advertise yourself in a hostile environment. See what I'm saying? You don't need to always be mouthy in a hostile environment. See? You hold your own belief. And look, if shit goes down, believe me, Aaron, Cody, we the first ones. Some country boys ready. We want it. You know what I mean? Kind of want it, kind of don't want societal collapse, but kind of don't mind it a little bit, but just don't advertise everything. That's that whence came you, cuz. That's that whence came you. Oh, let's see. I'm reading the comments here, man. Hoff Power. Leads are rolling in. Footbridge is killing it for him. Did 30K last week, bro. That's so huge, dude. Guys, if you don't have a Footbridge website, Footbridge Media, down in Pensacola, Florida, they build the best websites. Build my website. They have for years. I have two websites with them. I have another one in another state as well that I do the SEO for. And I got a buddy who I'm partnering with on that. I have my website in Nashville. Call Footbridge Media. Tell them you watch Lean and Mean, and you'll save like $600 a year on the deal. Okay. They're the best in the game. They will build you a stacked website. All right. They're the best web builders. They only build for contractors. Okay. Off Power says you better live in 500 square foot house if he's showing up for 250. It's true. In Nashville, that's pretty unheard of as far as low. Some parts of Florida, that's more common. But, dude, you can clean all year in Florida. And it's really muggy down there. A lot of algae down there. You know, endless shit to clean, guys. Don't just think of houses. Guys in like Nebraska, they're cleaning like corn dryers and implements, and they're cleaning, the trucks that haul the crops inside of them, right? They're cleaning tractors, they're cleaning bulldozers, man. There's an infinite amount of things that can be clean. What's good, Chris, the striping guy, my man? Hey, guys, if you're looking to start striping, Chris is actually a Jedi at it. Go check out his channel. He knows it all, dude. He also has a group I think he's launching over there. Go check it out, man. He's a good dude. Parking lot striping is big money. It's good money. It's a niche service, and it doesn't really require a lot of equipment. Think about it. Lean and mean, niche service. Hell, you probably got 10K in equipment, maybe. All right. And the first job, if it's a big one, can be 10K. Another way in, man. Another way in. Okay. So got a few more things that will be launching soon. Now we're an hour into this, and I'll say this because a lot of people aren't going to watch this far. Munitions companies coming. We'll be able to produce currently about 40,000 rounds of 9mm a day. We'll also be doing 5.56 down the line. And then we'll probably just up capacity. We'll probably do some other calibers, but really just the main calibers are coming. That'll be up and running very, very soon. So that's going to be fun. I'll let you guys know. I'm sure all of you would be interested in some precious metals. Fast Eddie, I'll tell you that later. I just want to do an introduction here. The building is down. The building is up. The machines are in. It's coming. All right. And Cody, I don't know if you don't follow Southeast Soft Wash, follow him. He'll probably do a big introduction on that. And talk about it. It's just something that we love. We love shooting. We love America. We love freedom. We love the Second Amendment. We love the ability to protect ourselves and protect our families. We got some amazing shooters that are on our teams. And look, I'm a guy, I can shoot pretty good. I'm not a competition shooter, probably never will be. I'm more of a business guy, marketing guy. But we have some guys who are absolutely astounding in that regard, who are going to be testing and modeling, the freedom seeds, if you will. So it's going to be fun, man. We're going to take the same application of excellence and precision that we've taken with Super Pump and with Batch Buster and with, Cody with Southeast Soft Wash. We're going to just apply that to munitions, and it's going to be fun. Cody carries a sweet high point, Off Power says. Yeah, you love them high points, man. But yeah, so that's going to be exciting. That's going to be fun. I'm pretty sure most of the guys who wash with us are going to be interested in something like that. We all kind of love the same stuff. So it's great to be on a chat with you guys this morning. I really hope that you can understand that you can actually change your life in a big, big way if you will just not allow the serpent to speak to you like he's been speaking to you. See, I take it as a sign of disrespect, and I'm going to wrap up on this, okay? It's disrespectful to speak to me how he's been speaking to me. All right? He speaks to you too. Everybody. It's disrespectful. He doesn't get to come into your house. He doesn't get to speak through your wife. She doesn't get to speak that way. And because you love her, she doesn't. You understand? All right? You don't speak that way. Your kids don't get to speak that way. We got to change how we speak. Because how did God create? He spoke it into existence. He said, let there be light. He spoke. How did the serpent deceive? He spoke it. He added questions. So what do we need to not allow? The what ifs, the questions. What if it doesn't work? That's all the serpent, dude. It's going to work. It's going to work. It doesn't have a choice. And when you make that decision, that it doesn't have a choice but to work, I will literally live out here. It's going to work. When you just decide like that, the world gets out of your way. Like, shit, dude, they don't want nothing to do with that guy. It's like them trying to run the 2-hole, running a 12 give, one back through the 2-hole, trying that old Mike Allstott shit through up the middle. And as an inside linebacker, I'm going to hit your knees every single play. Every single play. You come through the middle, pain will ensue. Eventually, the world says, shit, dude. We ought to run out. We need to run the sweep because in the middle is painful. You got to make it painful for the serpent to be in your ear. And the way you do that is implementation and action. He never really goes away. He will fade because eventually you got a grip on all of his little tactics. He'll always be kind of cunning, though. He'll always bring another one out, but you'll have a dial on him. You'll be able to keep him there. All right. I hope this video was helpful. I speak in a lot of parables and metaphors because that's, I think, the best way. But that's how I think about it. That's how I view it. And if you can give some of these roadblocks an identity, right? Something you can see. It's not just this obscure, I don't know how it happened. I don't know how I slipped back into alcoholism. I don't know. No, you know. You just don't want to admit, that, but you know, because you choose, okay? You choose, you make the choice. So first step is ownership. Second is identify the serpent and how he speaks. The serpent says to the alcoholic, just one, man. Look. These are your old friends. They're your old, you haven't seen these guys in years, man. What, you just not going to celebrate with them? You going to be the odd man out? Come on, man. Just one. No. And you just get to sit back and say, checkmate. All right? But always keep your head on a swivel because he's quick. He's cunning. All right? I'll see you guys in the next video.